Why do we sometimes avoid the very things that could make our lives better? Is it because we don't want them, or because something from our past has made us afraid of them? I didn't fully understand this until our dog taught me something. Yes, our dog, Max. In this episode, I will take you through a simple experience with Max that changed the way I view past experiences and taking the first step. I'm your host, Mhasho, and this is Stride. This podcast is about taking bold first steps, the ones that take us through the dark moments, into the brighter days, and all the way up to the moments of clarity. Thank you guys for tuning in. It really means a lot. Now, this is an interesting episode for me because I get to share a bit of an experience with my best friend, or rather our best friend, the family's best friend, called Max, our dog. So about 1.5 months ago, I would always see this dog, sleeping outside on our lawn. So this dog is a kennel, right? He's 2 years old. And the first time that I saw him sleeping outside, I think it was actually a bit cool in the evening. And then I was just like, okay, that's odd. Why is he not sleeping in his house? Then I just brushed it off. The second day, I saw him sleeping outside again. And that actually bothered me. But in my mind, I was just like, this dog is stupid. Like, the kennel is there, but he's sleeping outside. That's the dumbest thing any dog could do. Then I was just like, I don't know. The third day, I was just like, nah, enough is enough. So I was just like, you know what? This is so dumb. Your house is literally right there. Why don't you just go and sleep in your house? This was me literally talking to Max, because I was just like, nah, man, you gotta be serious. Go sleep in your house. Like, I was literally holding his head up, directing it to where the kennel is. Like, this is where you're supposed to go, man. You gotta be serious with your life. Go and sleep in your house, right? Next day, I see this dog doing the same thing. And now I'm pissed off. I'm like, you know what, buddy? Enough is enough. I thought you were gonna listen to me last night, but it seems like you actually want to be a stubborn dog. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take matters into my own hands. So I lifted this dog up, and I lifted him by his hands. No, a dog has 4 legs. So I actually took the 2 front legs and I started pulling him, and he's moving awkwardly, So I ended up having to carry him and actually put him into the kennel. And mind you, the kennel has actually some decent cushioning, right? My dad had actually washed his blankets. So I'm just like, okay, now the blankets are clean. They actually smell good. So he's actually going to enjoy that vibe, So I actually had to carry him and put him into the kennel. Now, the thing is, okay, fine. Let me do it like this. I put him in the kennel and I actually set him down. I start pampering him, just petting him on the head, just calling him good boy, good boy. This is your space. This is what you need to, this is where you need to be in, And then I left him there. The next day, I was actually, going to the main house. So I then looked into the kennel, and I actually see this dog is actually sleeping in his kennel. By virtue of me seeing the dog in the kennel, I jumped. I celebrated like my favorite team had just scored because I was just like, wow, mission accomplished. I helped him get back into his kennel. Because I mean, dogs, yes, they can have fur, they can adapt to different spaces, but when it's cold, it is cold. So you just have to find a space that's warm and comfortable. So I was happy, like, man, the dog listened. And the day after, same thing. He was in his kennel again. I was like, man, I love this dog. You end up speaking to your dog like, man, this is what I like about you. You listen when I speak. I'm like, nigga, you spoke to the dog 3 days in a row. He didn't listen to you. What the hell are you talking about? So that really, I'll be honest, I'm genuine. I really, really loved it. Even to this day, when I see him sleeping in his kennel, I actually blow kisses, like, mwah, mwah, like as if he understands, like thumbs up, waving, and all of that crazy stuff. So the thing is, this dog did not want to sleep in a kennel because he had PTSD due to the vet. Because when the vet comes through, our dog hates the vet so much. When you hear him barking, you just know like this is the vet that is close by. He really hates the vet. So I was just like, okay, that was PTSD because whenever the vet comes through, either most times he hides into the kennel, and then we have to like chain him up and pull him outside. So the fact that he remembers that, he ended up associating the kennel with the vet. So it's just like, you know what, I'm just going to sleep outside. But then I had to help him get back into the kennel. So you might be asking yourself, like, why is he telling us about their dog not sleeping in the kennel, sleeping outside? What does that have to do with us? It actually has a lot to do with you, because when we look at how we live on a day-to-day basis, there's certain things that we avoid because we tie them to a past experience that probably had the worst implications of all. So you're just like, man, if I do this, if I go to this place, if I go to that place, it's never going to end well. So most times we don't progress because we are still stuck up on that bad experience. I myself am a victim of that. And I can clearly testify that there's so many places that I avoid, so many people that I avoid talking to, because back then, I'll give you an example. In primary school, people used to call me names. People used to tell me I was stupid, And when I see them later on in life, I'm just like, I don't want to have anything to do with them because I'm still stuck up on that one particular thing. But when I had a conversation, I think with one or two people, they were different. They were just like, oh man, you look different. You look good. I like what you've been doing, with your podcast and all of those kinds of things, right? But because I was stuck up on one previous event, I was just like, I wish they'd just go away. So it is, just like how we live in life. We avoid things because of a certain negative experience. But sometimes it's going to be difficult for us to get back into those things alone. This reminds me of what my mentor, Mr. Mhasho, once said in one of our previous meetings. He said that we might have a negative history with certain things, but if we are to approach everything with that same mindset, with that same history, we will never progress. And then I was just like, wow, that is really, really amazing. that's where you need someone else to grab your hand and just say, hey, listen, I know this happened, but try again. Because sometimes when we go at things alone, we might have a one-track mind, the same perspective, you know? But then with someone else, they have a different perspective. With the same thing, they have a different perspective. They tell you like, okay, you don't have to go this way. You can at least go that way. It's much easier for you to navigate than trying the same route. So what I'm just saying is, let's be open to, seeking help from other people. Like especially if it's something that aligns with your vision. I hope doesn't matter, right? Because in life we've got people who have an idea of what they want to do, but they don't really know how to take that first step. That's where someone else comes in like, oh, okay, this is what you want to do. I think if you do it like this, if you do it like that, be open to certain ideas, right? It doesn't mean, yes, not every idea can get you through what you want to do, right? But there's probably that one thing, that one hand that's going to be like, okay, let's try it like this. So you might just sit back and just say, no, I'm not going to do this because I've done that. Just like this podcast. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to record because I might mess up. And then someone just came to me like, oh, just be spontaneous. Do spontaneous recording. Don't be afraid to, make a mistake in front of the camera. Sometimes keep those mistakes, those raw moments. Those are the things that actually make you human. Those are the things that make people connect with you. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. Like our dog Max made me see things from a different perspective. So I really hope you guys got so much help, so much insights from this. And yeah, let's just be, open to help from, assistance, not help. Grammatically, it wasn't, connecting. Let's be open to, assistance. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I had anything else to add. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you got value from this episode, be sure to check out some of my episodes, my previous episodes. They can also help you as well. Share the link to this podcast with someone who you feel needs to hear this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we've got so many interesting things that are, on the horizon. Yeah. And no, that's pretty much that. So this is from me to you. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.